is fighting for her existence today. The people of London have had to learn a new way of living. During recent weeks, the nightly air raids have increased in intensity. When the raiders fly off, they leave death and destruction behind. As the flames leap high, Britain wonders, will bombing be followed by invasion? Britain is on guard, confident that she can resist any landing attempt. Hitler has threatened a monster submarine warfare. So these scenes of devastation, terrifying as they are, do not represent the number one peril. England is confident that she can win as long as the lifeline from her colonies remains strong. In Canada, the factories are busy turning out the material of battle for the mother country. Munition plants are making bullets for machine guns and for cannon. Britain depends upon the war effort of her great dominions. She must have supplies from them and from the United States. Fiery forges of the modern Vulcan are in action, making guns. The flying machines of war are needed most of all. Britain must get a vital part of her aircraft equipment from abroad. War supplies, which Britain must have in a steady stream to continue the conflict against Nazi Germany. They must go by ship. These cargoes mean the difference between victory and defeat. The ocean is the new no man's land of this war. These ships set out bravely, knowing that 3,000 miles of danger lie ahead. For protection, the ships stay close to each other. During the first part of their voyage, they are escorted by the Canadian Air Force, and then the Royal Canadian Navy takes over the job of guarding these ships and the precious war material they carry. The safety of the ships depends upon the eyes of the convoy. The planes dash away, looking for the submarines which hide under the dark green water.
25, sir.
The Atlantic Patrol is in action.
Port 25.
Port 25, sir.
Orders are given and precisely obeyed by naval units that have made convoying a science, a branch of naval tactics. With every mile that they steam toward Europe, the danger of submarines increases. And now the eyes of the convoy spot a periscope. The order is given, prepare for action. In their attempt to cut the British supply line, the Nazis used 3 weapons: surface raiders, U-boats, and bombing attack. Toward the American side of the Atlantic, the danger is most likely to be surface raiders, armored cruisers, or converted merchant vessels.
Ready to open fire, sir. Open fire. Shoot. Down 800. Down 800. Open fire. Full speed ahead, both. Full speed ahead, both.
Full speed ahead to the attack. 37 knots, more than 40 miles an hour, as the destroyer charges.
Repeat, sir.
Starboard 20.
Starboard 20, sir.
The depth charge, that's the weapon used against U-boats. 350 pounds of TNT is hurled from the destroyer. The depth bomb explosion is so violent that any submerged U-boat in the vicinity must be sunk. Plowing on through the sea, the convoy keeps its course eastward toward Britain. Somewhere past the middle of the Atlantic, the British fleet is waiting for it, taking over the task of escort. British warships will do the convoying from here on. The Canadian warships return home, steaming back to port to pick up the next convoy. The British warships are seen here in one of their most important jobs. The convoy system is held to be the best way of protecting merchant vessels. The danger now is air attack. We are approaching the British coast. The ships hoist their barrage balloons. Their thick steel cables are a protection against dive bombers. But the balloons are big targets. Nazi warplanes are swarming, and the convoy is bombed from the sky. The ships never falter. They move steadily on. The bombers press the attack. British fighters take off to battle the bombers. They come fast. The anti-aircraft guns are barking, and now the dogfights begin. The Nazi bombers, protected by their own fighters, continue to pour a rain of destruction on the convoy. Guns of the convoy reply. Guns against bombs. That one hurt. The battle continues. Brave men are dying. A Nazi plane is shot down. The pilot bails out and goes floating down to the sea. He'll be picked up by an English destroyer. The attacking air raiders are driven off. So ends another episode in the most critical phase of the war, the Battle of the Atlantic.